Hello, and welcome to this week's special presentation entitled Back to Reality. My name is Glenn Tompkins. I'm a senior instructor here at VectorVest, and it's my pleasure to give your presentation this evening. This week, we're going to take a look on how to bring your portfolio back to reality after a hot and busy summer. Now that summer is about to end, kids are back in school, businesses are starting to plan for their next year. But this all starts in the spring when we start to move from colder weather to warmer weather. Spring is also the time where we start looking into planning summer vacations. During the summer, kids are home from school and we as parents try to keep them occupied. Vacations are something that most of us look forward to, and it's a difficult time to manage and maintain your portfolio. So we're going to start with what happens during this spring time. We're going to go into the software. From the software, we're going to go up to the Viewers tab. We're going to start with the Stock Viewer. Now, spring normally kicks off about the 21st or so of March. I'm going to take the Stock Viewer back to March 21st of 2018. Now we're looking at the top stocks in our database sorted by what? VST. But you've been learning a lot about something called the Moneymaker. Now the Moneymaker looks at stocks from the Stock Viewer, but we sort them by relative safety. So I'm going to sort this by relative safety. Let's say during the springtime, you're in a portfolio of stocks that you're looking at from the database sorted by safety, starting with NVO at the top of the list, Google, Ross Stores, Accenture, and so on down the list. Many of these stocks you do know about. Now, let's say spring hits, you're starting to get ready and prepped for what's soon to happen in the summertime. So what do? Let's say I take these top 10 stocks from the first day of spring, and I test them until right now. I do a quick test of the top 10. If I did nothing but pretty much bought the stocks, put them into a shoebox, what happened over the summer from spring all the way up until now, the end of summer going into fall? 3.75%, where the VectorVest composite finished at 3.25%. So if nothing else, these safe stocks did a good job against the VectorVest composite, but could we have done better? Sure we could have. And during these spring to summer months, again, we're getting prepped for summer vacations, accommodating our kids when they come out of school, and a lot of different things. And the reality is maybe you really didn't manage the stocks the way that you should have. Yes, you did make money, but our job is to help you to capitalize on your profitability in making money with our stocks. So let's close that out. Now, let's put this in a sense of reality. What if you had everything at your fingertips to put something in place that was automated during this time so you wouldn't have had to worry about anything? Well, let's talk about that. I'm going to go to the back tester. And from the back tester, I created several different back tests. I started with back to reality, a base test. I'm going to click on that. Now from this base test, let me explain to you what we did. March 21st to 8:30. I'm going to click on edit. From edit, I use a trading system. When to buy, what to buy, when to sell. But first, I just did a base test to show you again how well the money makers work. So this was just buying long on March 21st and holding the stocks all the way up until 8:30. So we used the search to money makers. If I click on customize the trading system and go to rules long, where do we find the money makers? We go over to search is prudent, scroll down, there it is, money makers. Folks, it's a very simple system. Stop criteria none. This was just a base test to see how it worked over those months. Under more settings, we were using 10 stocks and I didn't change anything else. Click on finish. Click on finish again. This portfolio over the summer months, going from spring into summer, 8.27%, with a drawdown of 6.60. That's not bad at all, annualized out to 18.65%. So now I took it a step further. I used that same test, but used some market timing, and I used different market timing calls along the way. Let's start off with the green light buyer. Green light buyer issues a call when we get a green light in the color guard pricing column. Those are the green arrows denoted here. So it knows when to buy. And then when we got a red light in this system, I took no action. I let the long stocks manage themselves by way of their stops. So let's click on edit. This one is still using the money makers, but using the green light buyer. Notice that I have some stops in place now. Let's click on Customize Trading System. Under Rules Long, still using the money maker. Stop criteria, I'm using the profit locker of a 30% target and a 10% loss. Under More Settings, I'm still using 10 stocks. I did not change anything else along the way, left them all alone. And on the rules down though, I'm not doing anything. I'm letting the stocks that are long be managed and actually extinguish themselves if I get a down call until the next up call. I'll click on Finish. So that was the next test. Now I imported some market timing along with some stocks. Well, what if the green light buyer is a little fast for you? Well, this is not only taking your portfolio into reality, but it's also taking it into your own real reality, how you invest in the market. I did a test with the confirmed calls. Same setup. This one only finished with 8% to the upside, annualized out to 18%, 6.45% max drawdown. Notice that the green light buyer, 43% annualized with a 19% gain, 65% winners. Well, I did test to accommodate other people as well. What if you like the DEW timing signal, which is our technical timing signal? We finished with a 10% gain, 23% annualized, again a small drawdown of 5.83%, and look at the equity curve. Now this is reality of what's going on, but looking at a search such as the money makers, if you have a plan in place, let the plan and the trades come to you. Still finished with 10.21% to the upside. Again, the max drawdown was only capped out at 5.83%, and look at that run up. Last but not least, if you are a faster trader, how about the primary wave? Up 23% in that time period, 71% winners, a drawdown of 5.13, and look at that, annualized out to 51.91%. So all of these portfolios would have shown you a sense of reality that you could have used as a trading system over those spring to summer months. Well, it's great to show you what happened in the past, but how does that help me now? I'm glad you asked that question. I'm going to go back to the Viewers tab, and I'm going to scroll down to a watch list that I created under My Watch Lists, and I called this Back to Reality. I'm going to click on it. Look at the stocks that are here. Back to the reality. These are stocks that everybody most likely could have jumped on back on 3/21 of 2018. As a matter of fact, let's go back to 3/21. The stocks are going to remain the same. But let's say back in the spring, these are the stocks that you had in your portfolio. Okay? MU, Micron, these are stocks that have been traded nicely over the summer months. Applied Material, a Biomed, Red Hat, Intel, Nvidia, Apple, Facebook, Boeing, a Bevy, Inc. So 10 stocks, and let's say that these stocks were in your portfolio. This is as of 3/21 of 2018. I'm going to take these stocks, do a quick test of the top 10. Wow, without any money management, folks. All right, these were good stocks that you could have jumped in on 3/21 of 2018. Without any money management, did you make money? Yes, you did. But without the ability to have a sense of what to do and how to manage these stocks, could you have maximized your ability to make more money? Sure, you could have. All right, let's take this same list of stocks, okay? And now we're going to move you into reality. Let's take the same list of stocks. Let's stream it as of right now. I'm going to show you how to use the power of the VectorVest watch list to start taking out the stocks that are hurting your portfolio and start replacing them with moneymaker stocks. So again, depending on which timing signal you want to use, that's going to be your when to buy. Your what to buy to replace some of these stocks will be stocks from the moneymakers. Your when to sell, what stop criteria you want to use. In our test, we were using the profit locker of a 30% gain, 10% loss, or 30% target, 10% loss. So the first thing I want you to do by looking at these stocks, look at RT. Once you're in a stock, RT is the key indicator to show you what stocks are really moving and which ones are not. Let's take this list now of the stocks you would have gotten back in March of 2018. Let's sort them as of now by RT. Which stocks are really hurting your portfolio? The stocks with an RT below 1. Now, even though the RV and the RSs on these stocks may be good, you ever heard this statement? Sometimes it's a bad time to be in a good stock. If you look at the relative values and relative safeties of all of these stocks, they're all good. This is definitely a prudent portfolio of stocks. But if you really want to bring your stocks back to reality, start to eliminate the stocks that have an RT below 1. These are the stocks that are really hurting your portfolio. I'm going to highlight all of the ones with RTs below 1. I'm going to right click, view the stock graph. All right, so you saw that the relative values and relative safeties were good. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph, right? Look at this. The stock went from a buy to a hold to a sell. Was that a good opportunity for you to get out of the stock? Sure it was. How about looking at RT falling below 1? Was that a good opportunity to get out of the stock? Sure it was. So I'm going to use the graphs of all of the stocks with RTs below the value of 1 and determine, are the stocks doing what I want them to do right now? Let's go to the next stock. Well, this stock actually starting to pull back down a little bit, sitting at a level of resistance. Could I be in a better stock? Sure I could. Remember, RT on all of these stocks are less than 1. They are not moving in the direction you want them to. MU, even though it's starting to rebound, draw a line. What's the stock's price pretty much doing? It's in a downtrend. So yes, this may be a good stock, but it may not be the right time to be in this stock. Why not consider replacing it with a moneymaker? Boeing, same scenario. INTC, same scenario. Facebook, wow, big fall off. The stock is not reclaiming its high territory right now. This may be an opportunity for you to replace it with a moneymaker. And AMAT, the same scenario. So by using the power of the watch list, I'm going to help you to move your portfolio back to reality. And now, slowly but surely, you eliminate the stocks that are hurting your portfolio and now start to replace them with moneymaker stocks. Let's take applied material, for example. If I wanted to close out of the position, I would right click, click on delete item. Now I can take that out. You would go to your broker and actually sell that out in your broker. And now let's go to the Unisearch tool. Slide down to find search is prudent. Scroll down to find money makers and run it as of now. Run the search and look at the top stock that's in the list that you don't own. And then consider buying into that stock. Slowly but surely, folks, you're going to move your list of stocks from where it is now into more profitable stocks by putting in moneymaker stocks. So slowly but surely, this same list of stocks that you would have gotten possibly back in March will start to now move and transition into a better investing portfolio. And now you know your when to buy, depending on, from the back tester, which market timing call best fits your reality. All right, and I've done the test over the same time period using different market timing calls. They all work. Now, if you want to be greedy to a certain degree and say, man, I want that, take that 51.9% annualized rate of return, keep in mind, you're going to trade a lot more often. If that's not your reality, consider using a timing signal that does fit your reality. You now know if your call says it's okay to buy, consider taking out one of the stocks that are hurting your portfolio and replacing it with one of the stocks from the moneymaker. You now know when to buy, what to buy, and based upon your stop criteria, you'll know when to sell. With that, folks, I'd like to say thank you for joining me for this evening's presentation and bringing your portfolio back from where it is now back to reality, and from that reality, ensuring that you have yourself a more profitable trading system. If you have any questions, please give our product support staff a call. We will be holding a live Q&A session on Tuesday at 1 p.m. due to a holiday shortened week. Thank you, folks, for your time. Have a great evening.